tradeconsulting.com was a website that I put out for a client who initially had a website that just was not up to par. And by not up to par, I mean it did not help the client really engage those who he wanted to engage and did not inspire confidence, especially being in the trade consulting space. So luckily I connected with the client and we worked together to just craft a better presentation that had a more powerful and more consistent feel throughout. Additionally, I built in numerous features that helped those who wanted to engage the tradeconsulting.com to better engage. So for instance, firstly, we worked on the presentation, the look and the consistency, the feel, all of that. But a lot of features like, for instance, if we click brochure here, it provides the opportunity for the visitor to enter their information and then a brochure is sent to their email. So this is a very good lead gen system. And another thing you probably noticed at tradeconsulting.com, this is a very good name and this is something that we work with the client to obtain as well. So when we work with clients, it wasn't just a simple web dev or a simple build out. It's really a cohesive whole process where I get to understand the business and really go in depth into the business, because although this site was built, like I built it for the client in terms of the logo, the presentation, but also the content itself. So we go into researching the industry, researching the particular space so that we can put out content that would be valuable to those who are looking for information. Now I interchange we and I because primarily it's me building this website, but I do work with the client, I do work with others who I think can bring value to craft the content, to craft the total project. But this is an industry that's pretty esoteric. So learning about the various aspects of trade consulting was really one of the fun key things about working on a project like this. And the various projects I work on, some are in pharmaceuticals, some are in e-commerce, some are in trade consulting. And then the primary thing is really just building out a presentation that helps my clients connect with those who they want to engage. From search engine optimization to marketing, all of that is part and parcel of the relationship that we continue on. But let's go into, for instance, compliance program here. And what does that entail? So the content that you see here and the presentation, again, that was me working with the client to craft out this information that would be valuable to those who he wants to engage. Every single thing that you see here, the content, the subject, required research in order to express it and express it to those who would find it valuable. So it had to be correct and it had to be cogent. But as we go through the site here, you see how consistent the feel is, professional. We had to engage with competitors in this space that were quite formidable. And so building out a website like this requires a lot of, firstly, research, but also taking into account the space that we're in. And this is business to business industrial space. And we had to communicate breadth, we had to communicate capability, and we had to communicate just a 360-degree grasp of the information that we are, and the services that we are wanting to present and make available to those who the client wants to engage. But as we go through the site again, and this is something that you can go through afterwards just to see how consistent and dare I say how beautiful it is, how everything just comes together, and why this company is so successful from its web presence. I'm sure it's something that will convey the effort that goes into a project like this, and I hope it helps you to choose to work with me. The various things, for instance, brochure download, all of that, again, lead gen functions to create that opportunity for a relationship to happen. But the color scheme, again, something that we came up with just again to fit the mold. If you have any questions about this project or working together, certainly feel free to reach out and let's have a conversation. Thank you.